Thanks for joining us for another edition of Weekend Winners. We're set to chat with Nathan Dawson and Grant Dixon, two of the heavy hitters for this big meeting coming through on Saturday night. We've got 10 races, with the first getting underway at 5:15, and there's some great racing coming up. The three-year-old clash between One Change and Governor Jujon is a ripper. We get to see Colt 31 again, and the trot, which is the final race, is also very interesting. So very shortly, we'll be joined by Nathan Dawson and Grant Dixon. Leading driver Nathan Dawson is about to jump into the hot seat and go through his big book of drives on Saturday night, and he's got some class there on Saturday night as well, and he's in the hot seat. Nathan, appreciate the time.
No worries, good to be on.
Race one, number one for you. We kick it off with Speedy Dominic having his first local run. He hasn't trialled. He's a last starter runner-up in Sydney. He joins a very astute stable. What are the expectations?
Yeah, we got the barrier on our side, so that's a big plus. Don't know a lot about him, but hopefully with the barrier on our side and his form doesn't look too bad, we can beat him with a showing.
Okay, he's a well-bred horse, Speedy Dominic, so he's a key runner in that opening race. Race two, Casino Tommy. You know this guy well. You train this horse as well as driving him. He was first up off a break last week, and he was huge. You would have been thrilled with that performance.
Yeah, no, he's really good, and I think he'll even be better again this week after a tough run like that. So, he's been trained to perfection this week, so it's only a bad drive will get him beat.
The two horses that beat you home last week line up in this same race, Jonah Jones and Little Change. You've got that barrier draw advantage. You're going to be a lot fitter. It all points towards your guy in this race.
Yeah, that's right. The draws are turned around into our favour this week, so hopefully we can make the most of it. He's got enough speed to hold his own there, so I think he should be a pretty good chance.
Well, last week, first up, you were aggressive from that tricky second row draw. You made a beeline for the top. Couldn't quite get there before the mile marker, around the 1,400 metre marker, and then he went down in the shadows of the post. So you obviously plan to be aggressive from gate 2 this week?
Yeah, that's right. That's his racing pattern. He just keeps staying. He doesn't really have a lot of speed, so we'll be aggressive again, and hopefully we're too strong in the finish.
Any worries about the distance coming back from the 2,100 to the mile, or is that okay?
I think it should be okay. We got the draw there to be able to dictate what we want to do, so I'm not too worried about back in trip.
Okay. Race number 3, Tactical Response, again for Steve Seeney here. This guy's got loads of ability, but he can be a little bit temperamental. He was huge last week, running third. Yes, he's got a bad draw, but he's not out of this race.
Yeah, he's going really good at the moment. He's a bit chancy at times, but I drove him a couple of starts ago when he was very big, when he ran third. So hopefully with a bit of luck on our side, no doubt he'll be in the finish.
There's a stack of speed to your inside there. They look like they're going to go hard in this race.
Yeah, that's right. It should suit us down to the ground, so hopefully with the speed on, we can work into it late and be too strong in the finish.
All right, race 4, a bit major. He's got gate 10, not ideal looking at it, and he meets a couple of in-form runners here. Do you give him any sort of chance?
Oh, it's probably a little bit tough for him this race. He is going well though, but we're going to need a lot of luck on our side and a lot of luck, bad luck on the other horses.
Okay. Race number 6, this race for the mares. You're driving Looking Fabulous. She's a very well-bred mare, and she's performing well. There's no doubt about it. She's got gate 10 as well. Looks like the major players are probably drawn the second row. Mademoiselle Jujon, Millwood, Tilly, and yourself. How do you rate Looking Fabulous?
Yeah, she was very good last week. She had to do it tough and against some good quality mares. I don't think it's quite as strong this week, so hopefully we can work around there at some stage and be too strong in the finish.
She was good last week, and the times back it up. She had to do a lot of work in fast sectionals.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully, as I said, this week's a little bit less form in there, so hopefully we can do our best and be there in the finish.
Okay, race 7. This is this outstanding 3-year-old race. One Change Governor Jujon. You're going to partner Soho Tsunami. He's going well. He's fit. He's in form. He's got gate 2. Can he run a place here?
Yeah, probably place is best chance for us. He's probably not quite up to the other ones, but he's a nice horse. He's probably just out of grade.
Okay, race 8, another race for the mares. Joni's Girl is your drive here. She was in trouble last time out. A strong winner 2 starts ago. She's got gate speed, but there's speed to your inside. How does this race play out?
Yeah, it should be a good chance. I really like this mare. She can do it tough, and she's also got a bit of speed, so we'll press forward and we'll hopefully find a spot there somewhere, and hopefully a bit of luck, and we'll be too good in the finish.
Okay, and the last, this is a really good trot to end the program. Many of these horses aiming towards the upcoming DJA series. Musculus, you partner this guy, you train him as well. Is he aiming towards that DJA series first up?
Yeah, he is. He was good last week. He was going to win. It was a bit of an error on my side. Probably pushed him a little bit too hard into the corner, but he's going very well, and if he does everything right, I think he's a good chance.
Okay, I'm glad you answered that question for me. Was he going to win last week? The answer was yes. He was looming big danger.
Yeah, that's right. He had it in the bag, I felt. He was still trotting pretty strong. I probably just got a little bit too keen on him, but we live and we learn.
Okay, so no changes gear-wise. You just put it down to your own error there?
Yeah, just a bad drive.
Okay, you don't need to be so blunt. It's a good book of drives here on Saturday night. Which one are you looking forward to most?
I think Casino Tommy, he's got the draw and he's going good at the moment, so hopefully we can get the job done for the owners.
All right, great stuff. Really appreciate the time as always, Nathan. We'll see you trackside.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. Well, as always, Grant Dixon, the leading trainer here at Albion Park, has a big night in front of him on Saturday night, but he's been kind enough to join us and he's in the hot seat. Grant, appreciate the time.
No worries, Chris.
Earl Jujon Convair Hustler lining up in the first. This race looks tricky. A couple of newcomers from Sydney join the fray here, but what are you expecting from your pair?
Oh, look, Earl Jujon's racing well. Convair Hustler's probably finding it a bit tough. They'd be lucky if they could get into, placings, I think.
Okay, race 2 again. 2 runners for the stable. Corporal Luna and Jonah Jones. Jonah Jones is flying, chasing 3 in a row. There's shades of only the brave about Jonah Jones for mine. Agree or disagree there?
Oh, look, it's obviously by McArdle, but he's just a cool little horse. Been really pleased with him since we've had him. I think Gate's a bit awkward Saturday night, but he'll run another good race.
Okay, race 3, Commodore Jujon. He's Mr. Consistent, this guy. Somewhat a tricky draw for him on Saturday night. Loads of pace around him, inside, outside.
Yeah, he's honest. He probably doesn't win that often, but he usually fights to finish out there somewhere. He can probably run in the top 4, I'd say.
Okay, race 4, Breach the Beach. He comes to Albion Park, boasting some good recent form. Again, the draw could be a little tricky. How do you see it?
Yeah, it looks hard on paper where we're going to get him in. He's just here to test the waters to see whether he's going to handle this Band 5 company. If he doesn't, he'll retreat to Redcliffe. If he does, we can sort of keep coming in.
Okay, there is a bit of depth in that race, though, isn't there?
Yeah, he'll know that he's at Albion Park Saturday night.
Okay, race 5, another pair for the stable here. Classy American Stomp'em. Both of these guys are going really well.
Yeah, they're racing quite okay. Probably the draws are a bit awkward for the pair of them. They'd need the race run fairly solid for them to run in the money, I think.
Okay, race 6 starts all important here. Mademoiselle Jujon draws the inside of the second row, but she does follow out a good beginner in Qatar Elite. If the one holds up, she looks like she could be right in the firing line.
Yeah, she looks on, the one, like you say, does hold up. She gets a chance, I think. We'll probably know after we've gone probably 200 metres.
Do you think you can hold the back of Qatar Elite?
Oh, I'm sure she could hold the spot, yeah.
Yep, okay. Race 7, cracking 3-year-old race here. Governor Jujon's back in action. He's the absolute star of Queensland right now. Last start winner of the South East Derby. He meets a good one, though, in one change. What are the expectations first up?
Oh, look, I don't think with the draw that we could beat one change Saturday night. I think he'll run a good race against him. We're happy where he's at. Obviously, I think his runs get more under his belt, that he'll be a bit better and a bit better. But I still feel he'll go good Saturday night. But I think one change is just a great horse in his own right. So, it's going to be a tough race.
He missed that trial recently at Albion Park due to the storm and the wild weather, but how important was that?
Oh, I'm not that worried about it, Chris. Obviously, probably would have benefited for it, just having the outing. I feel we've got enough work under his belt.
Okay, and Bombardier Jujon, he ran a cracker against one change in that 51 1 mile here recently. He's certainly not out of it.
No, he's been a good little improver, that horse. He was probably a bit disappointing last start, but I think he'll be a bit better this week than he was that week. So, it's just sitting off the pace there somewhere. He could be a run-on horse.
Yeah, good quality race, the 3-year-old race 7. Race 8, Power Surge. There was so much to like about her last week. First up, hadn't trialled, looked good, has gate speed. She's got gate 7, so she's wide off the front row. But what were the expectations last week, and has she trained on well since?
We were pleased with her. She's pulled up good. Obviously, it's she's up in grade this week, and the barrier's a bit tougher. I think she can run money. I'm just not sure where we're going to get to when we leave the gate.
Okay, she's a good styler mare. There's a lot to like about her going forward.
Yeah, she's a good, strong mare, and like you say, she's good speed. So, yeah, we're hoping that she keep her form good, that we might be able to sell her to the States.
Okay, well that's Power Surge Race 8. Race 9, Stable Star, Colt 31. He's shooting for 4 in a row. He's on the back up. Probably most didn't expect him to start this week after winning last week, but here he is again. You obviously must be really happy with the way he's going along.
Yeah, he had a nice, reasonable soft run last week and finished off nice. I just thought, well, 2100 again this week. We'll go around again and probably miss next week. So that'll be the plan, I think.
Okay, how much better is he this campaign compared to that winter campaign, Grant?
I don't know whether he's better, Chris, just whether his circumstances are working out good for him. But yeah, no, we've been pleased how he's come up.
Yeah, he looks sharp though, and his sectionals are really good as well. So that backs up that form surge that he's got going at the moment.
Yeah, hopefully that we can just maintain his form through the summer carnival.
Okay, the last race, which is the trot. 2 runners here. Avaros Don, who's stepping up in grey but going super, deserves his shot here. And Al Over and Over, who continues to race extra well. Are you happy with both?
Yeah, they'll both race well. I think Avaros Don will need a bit of luck off the front, and Nova's just got to give him a bit of a handicap there. But he'll do himself proud and still finish off somewhere. They can probably both run in the top 5.
Okay, it's another busy night for the stable. Which one do you like at this point in time?
Oh, well, obviously Colt 31. He's up fit and hard, and he's probably the obvious top pick.
All right, well, we'll take the tip with Colt 31 as he pushes towards his title defence of the Blacks of Fate. Grant, as always, appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
No worries, Chris.
We appreciate the time of both Nathan Dawson and Grant Dixon. We wish them the best of luck coming through on Saturday night. Time now for our best bet. I'm very interested here with this first upper from Sydney, True Confessions, who lines up in race 1. He's got a stablemate drawn barrier 1, Speedy Dominic. They both come from the stables of Paul Fitzpatrick, both now in the care of Stephen Seeney. If anything, I think there's a preference for True Confessions, and I'm going to mark him as our good gamble this week. Race 1, number 8, the best bet, True Confessions. We'll see you trackside.